Today's tip, we're going to work on hitting greenside bunker shots. A bunker shot is the only shot in golf where you don't actually hit the golf ball. It's the disbursement of sand that takes the ball out of the sand for us. The design of a sand wedge allows the club to glide through the sand rather than dig. The differences between a pitching wedge and a sand wedge are twofold. Number one is the loft of the golf club. A typical pitching wedge has somewhere between 48 and 44 degrees of loft. A typical sand wedge has 54 to 58 degrees of loft. The other major difference, and really what allows the sand wedge to work, is the bounce of the golf club. The bounce is the difference between the back edge of the club and the leading edge of the club and creates an angled or the cambered sole that you see on a sand wedge. This allows the club to glide and not dig. To hit good sand shots, we need to adjust our setup. The first thing we're going to do is open the club face or turn it to the right. This adds loft to the golf club as well as activating the bounce. After we open up the club face, the next thing we do is align our body to the left. We do this to accommodate opening the club face. From here, we're going to move our ball position more forward in our stance so that the golf club can enter the sand behind the golf ball. A great way to get a feel for taking the proper amount of sand is to take your setup position and draw a line from the inside edge of the front foot and then draw a parallel line about 4 inches behind that line. Now make practice swings taking the sand out between the lines. As you get comfortable taking the sand out between the lines, place balls between the lines and continue to remove the sand between the lines. The ball will leave the sand easily. In making the swing, we want to set the wrist very quickly and get the club working up. The wrist and forearm should be very loose. On the downswing, the club should enter the sand a couple inches behind the ball and slide the club underneath the ball. The swing is fairly full because we need a fair amount of force to get the club through the sand. As for the swing itself, we want to swing the club along our body line, not the target line. So remember, the keys to hitting good bunker shots are to open up the club face, open up our body to accommodate that, swing the golf club along our body line, not our target line, and get the club entering the sand an inch to 2 inches behind the golf ball. I'm Chris Foley for Chris Foley Golf Schools. Remember these tips, and I guarantee you'll play better golf.